Yanic Konan Niederhauser putting his name into the NBA draft. Now, he is not listed in any mock drafts right now by anybody. But let me tell you, I think this – you've heard me talk about this before. How many times have you heard me talk about if somebody were to ask me, should I put my name into the NBA draft, what have I always said?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It's interesting that Taylor Battle started his job yesterday at Penn State. In 2010, Taylor Battle's junior year, he put his name into the NBA draft. And, of course, being new to the process, because Penn State fans had not had a guy put his name into the NBA draft before, early, people panicked, we can't lose him. All he did was, and I talked to him about this at the time, he went out, he worked out for 4 different teams. And guess what he came back with? Evaluations and knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely.
He came back with evaluations and knowledge. He eventually withdrew from the draft. Okay. I recommend anybody that is a good basketball player put their name into the NBA draft, because guess what? They are not there to recruit you.
Right.
They're not there to recruit you. They are there to honestly tell you what they think. So let me give you dates. All right. So everybody has dates as to what's important in all this, because he did say that if he's going to go back to college, it's going to be to Penn State. He was specific about that in his Instagram post. So let me give you the dates as to how it works here. 1, the transfer portal closes April 22nd. So the transfer portal, as it stands right now, has 19 days remaining in it for basketball. April 22nd, the portal closes. So 19 days. Next, the G League Combine is May 9th to the 11th. The NBA Combine, for the guys they really think are going to get drafted, will be May 11th to the 18th in Chicago. And last but not least, the last day to withdraw from the NBA draft is June 15th. All right? So again, because you have a confused look, the audience, of course, has already grasped this.
I got this.
The audience has already understood this. So to all of you out there, I apologize, but this guy explain everything. Need one guy. Just give me one guy. Again, portal closes in 19 days, April 22nd.
Yeah.
Okay. G League Combine, May 9 to the 11th. NBA Combine, May 11 to 18. Last day to withdraw from the draft, June 15th. Okay? Those are the dates to remember. If it works out great for Yanic, he gets picked, or thinks he's going to get picked, or wants to, great. That's great for him, because you want success for your people. Okay? As much as you want people back, I root for success for these people. Now, remember, it is only a 59-player draft. 59. Okay, the Knicks forfeited a pick, so that's why it's not 60. It's a 59-player draft. That's it. There are going to be, usually, you've had years where there have been about 125 to 175 players who put their names into the draft that ended up not getting drafted. Yeah. Okay. And that's why this option, that's what the NBA, the way it's done, and part of it's because of the spring academic calendar. It's just so much easier for them to make this work. With football being in a split semester, and if guy wants to transfer, he's got to get himself in. to another school by the time they start classes. You know what I mean? It gets a little messy with that. Basketball doesn't have that. That's why it's a better process. And so he can, if he isn't invited to one of the combines, he can still do individual workouts for teams. They can talk to him about what he needs to do. And should he come back to Penn State, they're going to get, I think, a better player for it. There'll be the usual, look, there's always going to be that uncertainty. And I remember with Taylor Battle, there was all that uncertainty. With him. And he kind of felt the entire time he was going to come back. But the fact he's in the process makes people nervous. Okay,
Sure.
well, I got that. I do understand that. I completely understand that because there is a little bit of a mystery surrounding this right now. But he's making the right move. I mean, now, I talked to him briefly the other day, and we did not talk about this. Okay, all right. But when you're sitting there, number one, okay, he did not declare for the draft and flush his eligibility. Okay? All right? And, this is, that's one of the parts you have to remember. He did not flush his eligibility. He's retaining his eligibility. Okay? Okay? Because right now, I think one of the keys when you're looking at what round you go, the magic number a lot of times in the NBA is 35. I know it's a 59-player draft, but if you can get yourself into the top 35, because Dick and I talked about this yesterday. If you get into the 35, you got to go. You really do. I know it's 30 first-round picks, but like those first 4 or 5 picks, if you're an underclassman outside of the 35, which now brings in the mystery of who knows, the stash and play guys, which never end up playing. Have you noticed the stash and play guys don't play?
Never play.
They draft some European guy in the second round. He's a stash and play, and right. Then years later, are they still stashing him? I'm just asking.
Tony Kukoc is about the only one I can think of and remember that actually did play. And
right.
Petrovic wasn't a stash and play, was he? I don't think so.
I don't
He
think
just
so.
sunk.
He just signed.
Yeah. Best international player of all time, in my opinion. Unfortunately, didn't get to see him entirely, but an entire career.
Best international.
Well, you know what? Dirk's got to be in there.
I mean, Tony Parker.
Parker. Yeah, Dirk's got to be.
Right.
Petrovic was just so talented.
Manu Ginobili.
Ginobili. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. There's a lot of guys.
And there's more coming. Luka.
Yeah. Luka, obviously. Yeah.
Great player.
Yep. Petrovic had so much talent. That was it was sad, obviously.
Right. LeBron's from overseas, right? No, I'm just kidding.
He might be Canadian one day. I'm not sure.
No.
Joel Embiid's been in about 4 different countries, right?
Yeah. LeBron's from Akron. So
Hakeem technically is Nigeria.
Yeah, but
he was American more so because he went to Houston.
He went to college here at Houston. I mean, there's been a lot of more and more European players. I mean, Jokic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How did I forget about Jokic? Forget about a 2-time MVP. Should be a 3-time MVP. Yeah, I gotta truly retract my statement about Petrovic. That guy was unreal. Don't get me wrong, but my goodness, yeah, nobody's Jokic. Nobody touches Jokic. As good as Luka is, I would put Jokic above him. Complete player, I would put Jokic above him.
I forgot about Jokic.
Forgot about the 2-time MVP. It should have been 3-time MVP. Could be 4-time after this year. Well, no, Shea
Forgot about his point guard who had a triple-double.
That's right.
Jalen Pickett.
Yeah.
Give me one, just please.
Jokic with a triple-double scored 61 points.
It's just like, even let me talk to the wall. just let me talk to the wall, something.
Yeah, I gotta have to retract my statement from earlier today. Forgetting about a 2-time MVP that is should be about a 3 or 4-time MVP and one of the best players I ever saw play the game, hands down, without question.
Yeah.
Page is another guy that I thought was real good. Not on the level of the names we're naming here, but
again, back to Yanic. Look, it is what he should be doing. All right. If he were to have come to me, and they're not, the players aren't going to come to you. I'm just saying, if you're in that, right, if I were you, I'd go through and find out what they say. And I'm allowed to, because guess what? Yeah. The feedback that you get
100%
is invaluable.
It can get you better. Sure.
You know, if you want to be the player you hope to be, the feedback that you get from the next level tells you what you need to do to get there.
Yeah.